So I'm going to be showing why this Fire Emblem is a fake copy. First I'll start with a real copy of Pokemon, just to show you. The case outside is a dark gray. And then manual has the code in the top right. And then to the game itself, you'll notice there are no blurs. Straightforward. On the backside you'll notice there's this certain font. And while it may be hard to show, well, you should be able to see that it does not say Nintendo on the chip. And at the top here it starts at green, gold, brown. That is typical for all real copies of DS games. And here is the fake Fire Emblem copy. Case is black. I will compare the two later. And it's a darker color compared to what it normally is. You could tell that it's not colored properly. I've seen actual copies. This is darker than normal. And from the start, manual looks strange. It looks a bit blurry. White print that looks like it was printed on the sides. And to the game itself, it looks a bit blurry. Yeah. And then looking at the back, you'll see it is different font, and the Nintendo logo is lowered. I'll get the other game just to compare. Left is the real one, right is the fake. Left is above, but the right Nintendo logo is low. The real one uses this font, while the right one uses this font. And let's see if I can show that it says Nintendo. Well, it's a bit hard with the camera, but anyways, you'll notice that it starts off with the green color here at the top, goes to gold, but goes to green again, as opposed to the real copy, which goes green, gold, brown. Once again, side by side, real is the left, fake is the right. And yeah, you can notice on the right, on the scribblings at the top green, that it says Nintendo, while the left has a series of codes. And now I'll get on another game just to prove again, this is another legitimate game. Gray, dark gray. And you might notice that these cases take a lot more power to open as opposed to the case that this one came in. This one, the case it came in is not a legitimate Nintendo case, so it opens fairly simple, just to try and show. A lot easier to open as opposed to this one. It's I had to use both hands to open. And now, looking at this copy, no blurs, straightforward. Looking at the back, same font as this legitimate copy of Pokemon. Just straighten that up. And they both have their code on the top of the green. Green, yellow, brown, green, yellow, brown. And then again, the fake Fire Emblem. You also might notice that the code at the bottom at the white, is a lot thicker for the fake copy. The real copies have a thin white, thin font color, while this one is a lot thicker. And then flipping them all over, you'll again notice the two on the left are real, the one on the right is very different. And you can make out that it does not have a code at the bottom. It says Nintendo 11410, I believe. But actual copies have a series of codes. Looks like an upside down triangle on these real copies. Anyways, again, going back to the case of the fake game. Miscolored. It is black. I'll compare it with a real case. Yeah, top is the fake one, bottom is the real one. Just to show. Black, gray. Looks like the bottom here was almost cut off as well, as opposed to the real one, where there's plenty of space for the Nintendo logo, where this one is almost cut off. And yeah, you can see it's blurry. That's about it. This copy of Fire Emblem is fake.